Hey, good morning. This is Joe from Citrus County Porch Life, bringing you the daily word for men for March 19th, 2025. And the word is changeless. God is not a man that he should lie, or a son of man that he should change his mind. He has he said, and he will not do it, or has he spoken, and he will not fulfill it. And that is taken from Numbers 23, verse 19, ESV. A deviation here and there, a block in the road, a disruption of plans, a death, a life, a disaster. So many things happen in this life that create chaos. We try as much as we can to make order out of it. But the older we get, the better we understand that control is only temporary. At least we hopefully can get there. Where does our stability in life lay? If we cannot control chaos, does chaos control us? That is always the fear that grips the heart of all men. We need security and stability. We need something that is changeless so we can remain anchored, tethered, fixed to something. But we also need change because in between chaos and control is life, the best kind of life. Christ is your security when you go through chaos. How do you look to it? Uh, First of all, one of the attributes of God is that He is immutable. Immutable in His essence. He does not change. When he took on a human nature, He changed. Obviously, He was a little baby. He grew. He became a man. He was tortured and He died. So as a human being, He went through changes. Uh, but overcame the changes. In the Godhead is immutable. Everything all at once, I like to explain it. It's impossible to understand. It's transcendental, and we just can't wrap our small human minds around it. Now, as I look at the question, Christ is your security when you go through chaos. How do you look to Him? I may have misunderstood it. How do I look to Him? I took it to mean, what do I do in my life to look to God? But now I see that He may also, it may also mean, what do I look like to God? And so I went with that. And one, I must look very vulnerable. We have someone against us, Satan, who is, we used to say in Catholic schools, seeking the ruination of souls. And that's pretty much what he does. Uh, he would all like to see us damned. I'm always struggling to do better, struggling to do the next right thing. It's difficult. And in that struggle, uh, to, to do good, I fail far more than I wish I did, but I fail. And I guess you could say I'm afraid or frightened of all the things that are going on in the world. Uh, God controls it, I don't. And knowing that I don't control it, I don't know the outcome, and it just things are pretty bad right now. So that's why we need an anchor. Someone who says what they mean and means what they say. Uh, kind of like the story in Alice in Wonderland. It doesn't talk in vagaries or it says, this is what will happen. I'm, I'm warning you, this is what will happen. I'm warning you, this is what will happen. I'm reaching my, yeah, you're pressing every button. This is what will happen. But God is not changing. This has existed for all eternity and everything all at once for Him. It's not separate compartments. So He's so very true to His word that that's one thing we don't have to worry about. Oh, will He change His mind? No, He won't change His mind. What He said, He spoke. And what He spoke, He meant. And what He meant, He will do. Uh, so it's good to have that in our lives. A changeless, immutable God. And then when we're at our worst, we have a rock to hold on to that isn't going to change like our secular world. So that's it for today. I wish you all a safe and holy Wednesday and talk to you tomorrow.